This round of 32 picks edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is presented by WynnBET. WynnBET is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBET has what you need to win. Bet 100 and get 100 at WynnBET.com or download the WynnBET app and start winning today. State restrictions apply.
Cox.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome, everyone, to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
I apologize to Shady Ray, but we had to do it. Right up top, I had the eyes are rough. The voice may be rougher.
Yes.
Oh man.
We were doing battle in the sportsbook all day against the first half over, guys. We were battling it out, grinding out those first half unders. We were hanging out over at the Westgate, grinding out some picks. I mean, it has just been an incredible day of basketball. We're going to recap what we saw so far today, and then already we got to give out some of the picks that we can for the Saturday slate. We are also going to be live on tomorrow night, aka St. Patrick's Day. We will be
we're losing grasp of time.
You know, time's a flat circle, especially when you're in Las Vegas. But most importantly, smash that subscribe button, youtube.com/sportsgamblingpodcast. Joining us here, we're doing a crossover episode.
Well, this way, Sean, Colby's and the TCE chat can stay in their own chat, and Colby doesn't get any credit.
Yes, we are doing a dual broadcast with the College Experience guys. Joining us here to talk college basketball, Colby Dant, a.k.a. the Dantabase. What's up, Colby?
That's not a pick. This is a pick, Sean. Shout out to you because, look, I can hear your voice. I can hear your voice.
You got a little Vegas voice going.
No, that's from deep diving because you had my exact bracket yesterday, and that pissed me off. And I changed my whole bracket. And the Arizona Wildcats I had playing for the national championship, and that is done. Thank you, Sean. All right.
So rest in peace.
All right, Pete, you and Jay Bellis and Hoops, all the sharpest college basketball minds I know, don't know shit about college basketball. Because I had Furman going on. The bracket's looking pretty good, man.
Doesn't matter. I had that cabbie last night. It was all worth it, all
well,
right?
We'll get to the cabbie. Let's intro everyone. We'll talk cabbies. We'll talk Vegas, and then we'll get to some picks. Joining us from the college basketball experience, former video coordinator for Bob Huggins, Money Line Mac. What's up, Mac?
What is going on? And, you know, his bracket went up in flames.
Yes.
But I gave out Princeton on the money line. The private school pussies.
Yeah, I mean, and shout out to me for full Benedict. I had some Jersey guilt, and last minute, just like I like to slide off into the high-limit blackjack saloon from time to time and not tell anyone about it, I slid into the plus 800 DMs of Princeton Moneyline, and guess what I got out of it? A response from the Princeton crew team who liked my win and shot me back with a good day, sir.
What is it, like, go Tigers, we Tigers? Does that apply to Princeton?
I assume I'm being invited into the Skulls.
Yes.
I can only imagine.
Future Skull and Bones member Ryan Kramer.
You guys want to come to the island where we get to hunt people?
Yes.
No? Too real?
Joining
I'm sorry.
us as well, someone who may one day be hunted as game, friend of the program, producer of the College Basketball Experience, Mr. Noah B. What's up, Noah?
How's it going, guys? Yeah, it was a ton of fun. We were watching in the theater, and we got some really good reactions on camera. So check out the socials.
And speaking of great reactions, last night we were going into the wee hours, hanging out at Circa. It was a real pleasure and honor to see Derek Stevens just bust your chops relentlessly, going, "Oh, hey, Noah, you're the new guy. You're young," and he was just going at you. It was fun.
Yeah. It's that Metro Detroit relationship,
yes.
I guess.
When at one point Noah pulled out his hand and was showing what part of Michigan he was from, and Derek,
hold on, Sean. It was like I think Derek might have done it first. He goes, "Where are you from?" And
we
picks up his hand and points.
If you want to go ISO on me, we got this thing in Michigan, the Lower Peninsula, where you just point where you live or in there we go in the hand, and I go, I'm down here in Southeast Michigan, and he takes my hand and starts whipping me around. Awesome time. I love it.
He was busting your balls because he goes, "What do you guys want?" And I'm like, "Oh, Jameson on the rocks." He's like, "Jameson
Holy
rocks," blah blah blah.
shit,
and then Noah's like, "I'll take a whiskey." And he's like, "Well, whiskey only for the new guy."
Mac asked me 20 minutes after. He's like, "Do you want another drink?" I'm like, I still have 25% of this.
And of course, the man formerly known as the Man in the Box, he was set free, and he is here live in Las Vegas. The host of Bottom Line Bombs, Mr. CJ Sullivan. What's up, CJ?
Hey guys, thank you. And no, I like you confidently stepping at the camera. Can I get a close up of my hand?
We gotta get the map.
Camera 2 on the Noah palm.
Cameron Diaz calling out his shots. Guys, can I get a close up?
Yeah, you see this moisturizer I'm using?
Amazing.
Silky smooth.
Now, CJ, you flew out from Burbank. Usually, what's great about the Burbank to Vegas flight is it's easy. It's 45 minutes, no issues.
It's like flying into 60s from door to tarmac. You walk in, you got 8 stewardesses behind you. You're like Leo and Catch Me If You Can. You're just leading a troop. It's amazing. So I wanted to do no bags. Luggage was coming in for the day.
Yeah.
No bags, just my clipboard, so I can run a plans.
Yep.
Put the clipboard on the scanner. Set off too many red flags. Bob Hope International went nuts. They called people over. They said it was too sharp, and it wasn't talking about my plays on the clipboard. He was talking about the actual clipboard.
Oh, you're too sharp to be in Las Vegas. This guy's coming in.
And
he's got some plays. He's on Texas A&M Corpus Christi catching 24.
22.5 because I have more.
That was one of the great beats of the day. And
yes.
I think Noah even said it where that should count as a buzzer beater because we're sitting there watching that Texas A&M Corpus Christi game. Alabama, it was a blowout the entire game. It's sitting right there at 22. The kid goes back as if he's going to let it dribble on, and then he steps in.
He said, nope.
And the Alabama guy contests the three.
I just want to roast this guy real quick. At the buzzer, step back, drills it in his eye. I mean, everyone goes crazy. There was a bunch of Bama backers, and I said, I flew here to Vegas for the day. Bunch of drinks, taking Adderall, yelling at teenagers because I have money on them. But I will not bet on Alabama because I have morals. And that's the one thing that I will do.
It looked like that play was in trouble because the coach on the sideline was hands out to his guy. That's
it's like, stop, don't do it.
Yeah, the coaches are shaking hands already. It doesn't matter. They're right in his eye.
That moment was epic, and the Furman shot was epic.
Yeah.
Kihei Clark launched that ball across the court. Oh, my God.
That was amazing. I saw that when I came back. Now, were they out of timeout? Was the crowd doing that fake 5, 4, 3? They just did that.
How's our tri-box doing, by the way?
The Tripus is
tri-box. Damn, I'm fucking.
We screwed up.
It's probably not going to hit.
We forgot Princeton.
Well, we put in Louisiana Lafayette, which they're down 8, not looking great right now. 2 minutes left. Still a hope and a prayer that they pull it out. But, of course, we did hit Furman on the money line, that part. And then, unfortunately, Boise State really shit the bed there and let us down. But, hey, we got plenty of picks. And if you're looking to bet on college basketball, the NBA, whatever it is, you got to go to WynnBET.com. Bet big, win even bigger over at WynnBET. Massachusetts, where you at? I know my voice is losing me, but of course,
It's a baby fucking wheel.
oh, that's right. Listen to that Boston accent. Hey, Boston, Massachusetts. So many ways to win over at WynnBET. Bet 100, get 100. Of course, over at WynnBET. So many ways to win. Download the Win Betting app and spin that parlay wheel. Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions at WynnBET.com. Must be 21 or older and present in the state where playthrough WynnBET is available. If you're someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. Oh, yeah. And hey, of course, April 1st. We're doing a live show at the Ice House. Final Four watch party. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/Icehouse. If you're in the LA area, a lot of fun. Come hang out, crack some cold ones, watch some college basketball. It's going to be a good time.
A little live sweat going
I
on
thought
here.
he just walked. He just got away with the travel, I thought.
We're watching the end of Louisiana, Tennessee. Louisiana is down 5. Of course, we got them in this crazy money line parlay, which will definitely not hit, so no need to watch it. I did lock up Louisiana plus 11. That's an offensive foul.
Get that.
Good board. Good board. Ryan, while we're watching this game close out, and of course we got I feel like our pick's pretty solid. Of course, give us an update on the first half unders. What do we got them at right now so far in the tourney?
Well, obviously 1-3 through the first 4. It wasn't a great start. People were coming after us. They were saying, "Hey, what the hell is this? Maybe you guys should just pick XFL games tomorrow night." Which
I mean, we are in an XFL here.
Sea Dragons are up 12-0 right now.
Yeah,
Up 12-0.
How is that an insult, by the way?
Danuch,
Maybe
yeah,
stick with
yeah.
XFL.
And
Fucking Giant fan over here, right?
oh, well, hold on. We have some fans here. I have to wait.
Shout out to the fans.
The first half under is 11, 8-1.
Yes.
There we go. That sounds like cash to me, baby.
Which I'm sure people will come and complain that they didn't get the same push. Again, we grade the numbers. We talk about it on the show.
And some, guys like me who accidentally bet on West Virginia twice in the first half under, that counts.
So you were 12, 8-1.
Well, but then I forgot to bet on Duke, so it balanced itself out.
That's beautiful. That's the Raisin Bran. 2 scoops.
Let's go.
I had Furman money line, and that game was fucking insane.
That game was insane. I mean, to me,
I can't believe I hit that.
Yeah, go to hit us up on Twitter at Gambling Podcast. Check out that reaction video because in the book, I think that was probably the biggest moment. Again, the UVA guy, he must have thought Clark. He must have thought there was like only 3 seconds left. He chucks the ball up. I think, and Colby pointed out, he threw it so high with the idea of like, hey, it's going to run the clock out. It goes right to the Furman guy, pitches it over, hits the 3. The book goes nuts. It was an amazing.
If the social team is listening, if we can get the Van Wilder movie poster, but with Kihei Clark chucking the ball up in the air. Maybe he's in college for 8 years for a reason. You know, they claim it's a good education there in Virginia, yet all that horrible stuff happens in Charlottesville.
That was another one before the buzzer sounded. Kramer was up talking shit to those Virginia fans. Walking down the aisle with a smile ear to ear coming in
they were on their way out. They had their polo shirts on, and Kramer was just like, hey, yeah, guys, good game, Cavaliers.
But what sucks is that also doesn't count for our buzzer beater because there was still,
2 seconds.
And that's what we discussed. Your angle was perfect. You said the reason there aren't any buzzer beaters is because they have to review the play.
Everyone's going like this now.
Because and remember what NCAA said when they first instituted this rule. For the integrity of the game, they need to make sure the score is right.
Okay, gambling. And that game, that San Diego State game was the greatest example of the integrity of the game. As guys who are on San Diego State, I think
I locked it. I bet the shit.
You and Colby, or sorry,
I got
Colby and Kramer
both, really.
locked it up at San Diego State -5.5, which again they airballed it. It was sitting right there. They fouled. They did foul. They reviewed it. There was 0.7 seconds left. They were down 4. He hit both to cover the 6.
That's why I deserve Arizona losing because I got hitting Furman on the money line when I thought that there was no way. I mean, you heard me bitching all game about Furman.
You were bitching.
Yeah. And then San Diego State, which in my opinion dominated the game but just played terrible. Like, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
They should have been up by a lot more. If you look at the rebounding numbers, if you look at a lot of the stats, they should have been up a lot more. They kept, fucking around, and they almost got bit by that. I don't know. I know you got them in the Final Four. I shouldn't laugh because I have Arizona in the national championship.
How's that Arizona pick looking? Well, not like Jay Billis. You don't have them winning at all.
Yeah.
And again, in this very studio, what was it, 2 days ago, I looked at Jay Billis and I said, are you worried, Jay, about giving those Princeton Tigers some bulletin board material?
Jay Billis had fuck you, Sean Green. I don't worry about you.
Well, he did say that earlier in the interview, essentially, when I go, he's a former Duke graduate. He's like, I'm not a former Duke graduate, current Duke graduate.
Yeah, like he's a Marine. What are you talking? Relax. You're a former Duke graduate.
No man left behind at Duke.
And shout out to the college basketball experience legend, Ryan Larson. He fouled with 0.7 seconds.
Guys,
Yeah.
do you guys know who Ryan Larson is?
Tell us.
Yes.
Ryan Larson is this. He's all good in our book now because he fouled.
Yeah,
he fouled with 0.2 seconds left, and we got the free throws to cover. But he also was the guy that stole Noah's prom date.
Oh, wow. Is this true?
Legend.
Yeah, we've shit on him all year on the college basketball experience until today.
Chat loves
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Sorry, Noah.
It's a clean slate. Hey, Larson, it's a clean slate.
You're back to even money now with the Noah slate. No offense. No. All right. Hey, we got a lot to get to. Before we, Colby and Kramer, remind us. We got to talk about the cabbie. We're going to give out our picks for Saturday.
I got his name. We can do a special
shout out to Shady Rays. Look at these sunglasses. I mean, they look fire indoors, outdoors. So versatile. And look at this shine. Look at the polarization. Love my Shady Rays sunglasses. And the best part is they're great for Vegas because, again, listen to my voice. I'm hitting a wall. Hey, would it be easy to lose or break my sunglasses? Of course. But I can rock my Shady Rays in confidence because if I lose or break my pair, even on day one, they will send you a new pair, no questions asked. Again, rock those Shady Rays with confidence. Keep sending us your photos of Shady Rays. I know we already have some listeners that love their Shady Rays. I was rocking them on the slopes. They're just awesome. And again, if you don't love them, you can exchange them within 30 days, but that's not going to be an issue because you're going to love your Shady Rays. Go to shadyrays.com. Use promo code SGPN for 50% off 2+ pairs of polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself. The Shade's rated 5 stars by over 200,000 people. That's shadyrays.com. Promo code SGPN.
All right, you want to pick some games? Wait.
We have to talk about the cabbie, and then we'll pick the game. Which cabbie, though?
Sean,
not only, shout out to Ryan. I know I don't thank him publicly on air very often, but
what's
Ryan,
going on here?
Look at this moment. Can we get all 4 cameras over with Ryan?
Ryan went on an incredible heater that funded all my first half unders throwing dice at the Palazzo.
Yes.
So it was a great run for craps.
Love to hear that.
And that's when you're having a great March Madness trip. When your craps rolling is the base that you then convert into first half unders. So thank you, Ryan.
Bankroll
incredibly hot on the dice. And not only are we on a heater when it comes to the craps table, but also on a heater when it comes to incredible characters when it comes to cab drivers. I mean, where do we start? I think we start with Marty.
I think we need a segment going. We need to come up with a segment in the future. But
Taxi cab confessions.
That's already been taken. But yeah, I mean, I think Marty's a good place to start.
Yeah, so we were heading over to the VSiN for a segment or whatever. We're talking noon. I mean, we had to be there at noon. We're getting picked up at like 11:45 a.m. The guy picks us up. He's like, hey, heading over to the circuit. He's like, you guys, don't waste your time at a strip club. And then Ryan are like, yeah, it's just a tease. He's like, you're damn right it is. You got to go to these legit rub and tugs. I can take you there right now if you want. We're like, no, it's like noon on a Wednesday. We're just trying to get to this meeting. He's like, oh, they'll do anything. Suck you, fuck you. You name your price. They'll take care of you. You're like, well, thanks for the offer, but I think we're just going to go to this meeting. He goes, oh, yeah. And hey.
But then it gets silent for a second.
Yeah.
He just
sounds like he wanted to get
he reaches up to his desk, aka the sheet, the visor, and you hear the snap, and he turns around and just hands us both a card.
Yeah, it just says Marty's cab service. They'll come to your room, they'll do anything. Well, he was serious because he said they'll do anything, and then he repeated the word anything when he gave you I'm like, you're scaring me, man. He goes, oh no, it's 10-15 minute drive. I can take you there. They can come to your place, whatever you want. I'm like,
you can tell he's pitched guys at conferences where they don't have a lot of time, and he's like, no, it's really easy.
No, he's like, you guys will be done 20 minutes. I'll drop you off. He's like trying to reschedule our whole day just to get a rub and tug.
You have to know when to come.
And then
people
last
are probably wondering if that's why you're thanking me now.
No, that was that wasn't. And then last night, We were coming back from the Circa, again, hanging out with Derek. He's getting wasted, hanging out, having cocktails. He's bullying Noah and in a very loving way. And then it's funny because Mac was in the cab. We dropped Mac off at his hotel, and I felt like he was calm, the cab driver, until he dropped Mac off.
Was our cab
But
driver
our timeline
last
could be
night
off.
at all crazy?
No, I thought he was all right.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay.
He didn't even really say much
let's
when
continue
you were
the
in the
story
car.
now.
So it got sideways after I got dropped off?
Because Hong Ko, shout out to Hong Ko from Inglewood, Colorado, not California. I don't know what happened. Essentially, like I had seen when you were still in the car, Mac, that he had taken off his hat. He was wearing a hat when I got in the car. Now he took that off while we were dropping you off. And then after dropping you off, he puts his hat back on, and then he says, "What's up, guys?" Right, or something to that effect. You got, something to that effect. And then I think he might have even said, "You guys like sports?" or something like that.
Yeah,
and I go, yeah.
Love sports.
And I go, well, "Who do you like?" And then he was wearing the backwards hat, the Denver Broncos.
He put
and
on his Broncos hat so we
like
could see the Broncos side. He's like, "Broncos, love Broncos." And then we're like, "What do you think about Russell Wilson?" He's shit. He suck. I hate Russell Wilson. Like, okay, that was really strong, but I don't disagree.
He activated.
Oh, yeah. Then there was a flip that got switched again.
Yeah.
He was trying to bully us to go to a strip club. He's like, "You strip club?" And we're like, "Nah, we're good. We're going back. We got to wake up early at 9 a.m. to watch West Virginia play basketball." And he's like, "Oh, you don't want pussy and big titty?" We're like, "No, I don't want it. We're just going back to the casino."
He was pulling a Derek on you. He was shoving you into a fucking locker.
He was bullying us, and then Colby goes, "You live out in Vegas here. You ever root for the Raiders?" And that's when he got really.
I was trying to push.
That's when he got really angry. No, Broncos only. Broncos only.
And then he randomly just starts talking about Conor McGregor.
He goes, well, he started off, he goes, "One time I pick up Conor." Like, it was almost serious.
No,
He's
he
like,
goes,
Conor?
He goes, "Guess who I pick up?"
Yes, yeah.
And we go, "Oh, I don't know who." He goes, "No, guess." And so I go, "Tyreek Hill."
Yeah, that was a decent guess.
That was my first. And then he's like, "No, Conor." And so then we're still kind of like, who's Conor? And so we guessed Conor McGregor.
I immediately thought James Conner for some reason.
Well, he's an NFL guy here. But yeah, I mean,
big fantasy.
He then proceeds just to tell us, he's like, "Yeah, Conor." What does he say? "Strong fist. Strong fist. Small hands, though. Small dick." It's just like,
We're like, "Whoa." We
0
asked him, I go,
100.
"Did you tell Conor McGregor that?" He's like, "No, but he know."
The massage girls told him.
When he dropped us off, I was like, "Fuck it, we should just drive around the city."
Yeah,
this is entertainment.
Colby was like, "Hey, can we get you on the podcast?" Colby kept trying
I
to
wanted
pitch him
him
on
on
the
the
podcast.
pod.
He's like, "What's podcast? I don't want any of that."
How about a quick shout out to one we just had, the Ethiopian with a 5-team
Oh,
hockey
yes.
parlay.
Yeah, that was the other thing.
I mean,
Very, very, like this guy who picks us up from the Westgate right before the show. I don't even know how it came up, but all of a sudden he pulls out like a CVS receipt for his parlay.
all hockey.
All hockey.
So we were,
and he's an Ethiopian guy with an accent. And I'm like, "You're from Ethiopia. I got to know, how do you get into like 5-team NHL parlay?" And he's like, "We have a group. We have a system."
There's syndicate.
Yeah.
So when you're in a car in Vegas, I mean, what better place to do a little guerrilla marketing?
Oh, yeah.
And so we were simply just talking about like who we liked, and he was like, "Oh, I gotta show," and that's when he like,
yes,
while he's driving, pulls out his wallet, pulls out his giant ass ticket, and I saw it was all hockey, which made me immediately think this guy's gonna listen to our show and love it.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sure we got a new fan.
Six leg hockey parlay.
Yes.
I never heard of that.
He was one leg away.
Hey, speaking of legs, if you're worried about your third leg when it comes not to your third leg of your parlay, but your actual third leg, you got to head over to swordvitality.com and use that promo code SGPN. It increases blood flow, gives you additional stamina, helps you thrive as a man in the bedroom. Again, no one wants to do battle with a soft sword. That's why you got to unsheath your sword over at swordvitality.com. Use that promo code SGPN for a nice discount. Again, maybe you have a great evening planned in Las Vegas. Maybe you're going to get a visitor to your room. Maybe you're going to go visit someone at a maybe Marty's going to take you to somewhere where you might need a rock hard erection. And, of course, Sword Vitality can help you make that happen. SwordVitality.com, promo code SGPN. Kramer, we got some games to pick. Let's go, baby.
I was going to add one nugget on the cab story. If you've never been in a cab or hung out with Colby, he likes to have a conversation.
Oh yeah.
Which sometimes when you're in a cab with a guy who maybe looks like he could take this thing at any moment, I was sitting back at this point when he was telling us the Conor McGregor stuff, and Colby leans forward. He's like, "Tell me more."
when right after he said Russell Wilson can fuck because you suck, right? I was like,
Yes.
oh yeah. I was
Well,
like,
and again,
we just
my
found something
go-to
great.
move, and I know Kramer loves it too, especially with the Vegas cabbies. As soon as you hop in the cab, you go, "These fucking Uber guys, they're a real piece of shit, huh? You guys see these Lyft guys?" He's like, "I know.
Best.
They charge more. It's shit. They don't have to get a license."
We were here a couple years ago. We took one, and the guy just started.
Oh.
He was a very racist driver, but very entertaining. Very entertaining.
I mean, these guys, they have talking points, the cabbies, about the Uber driver. And honestly, part of the reason I do have a policy, right? Humidifier in the room and don't take Ubers in Vegas, because I just have this, I have this vision of two cab drivers T-boning a stupid Uber driver, and I don't ever want to be in that. I don't want to be a part of some random act of violence.
You get those real stories with cab drivers. You're not going to get a Conor McGregor dick story in an Uber.
There's
They got corporate to answer.
There's no Uber cab confessions.
You know
It's only
why?
taxi.
Because you can't pull up your phone and say, "Hey, there's my driver. He was saying some crazy shit." Report. It's like a tweet. Report.
You'll
It's
never
like
hear
the
from
Wild
him again.
West, man.
Cab drivers, they're and even Marty. The best thing that Marty did, we get there, he goes, "How about some cash, huh?"
Yes.
Sorry, man. Gonna pay with the card today.
Cash, all right. They always trying to strong arm you into
All right.
cash.
Gary Kay in the chat is super excited about the Missouri Tigers, and I think he should be, because we had a big upset with Arizona losing, so they're going to face Princeton. I mean, look, Gary Kay might be on to Dennis Gates in year one, having a magical run in Columbia, Missouri.
I know that you're bringing this up to try to make me feel bad, because all year I said I can't wait to make money on Missouri in March Madness. Then my dumb ass fell in love with the Mountain West late night on a fucking Saturday. All right. Well, you want to pick some games?
Yeah,
I'm
let's
in the
go.
pit
We
of
got
misery with Kramer too. I took Missouri to get to my Final Four as a dark horse, and I changed off of that.
Oh man. All right. First,
never adjust the bracket. All right.
Benedict.
Yeah, we got to get to dinner.
Yeah.
Let's not have
your
these
first bet is the best bet. We have one game we've not picked from Friday the 17th, still first round. Arizona State, the 11 seed, TCU, the 6 seed, and Denver, Colorado, 657 on the West Coast. Rough estimate there. 5.5 is the spread. TCU minus 230 on the money line. Arizona State plus 195. 142.5 is the total. Hard fade off of that game for Arizona State. Hard fade. I mean, they blew them out. They looked great because Nevada is trash, because the Mountain West is trash. And, we're going to move along, and we're going to lay the points with still my favorite conference this year, the Big 12.
Well, I mean, I have TCU in the Final Four. Does that change your opinion here? I don't know. But, no, I'm with you. I think TCU is one of the best teams in college basketball. When they're going – and everyone's healthy, and I know they had a guy quit the team, but you know what? Sometimes less is more. You've seen Iowa State since they basically kicked off a guy on their team. They played a lot better since then. So I'm with you. I think TCU. I think the defense is going to be the real X factor here. Really, Bobby Hurley, I feel like is probably safe for his job now. Mac, would you agree?
Yeah.
After he won one, I think he's safe.
Probably, and this is why you want to fade Arizona
he
State
can exhale.
here.
He can exhale. I think TCU is going to put it on them. But Arizona State's a weird team. We've been saying that all year on the college basketball experience. Is like they're capable of beating anybody on any given day. They're also capable of losing to Chicago State.
No, I mean, I was dying for an opportunity to fade Arizona State. I realized they destroyed Nevada, but again, Nevada and Arizona State were two auto-fade teams, and we talk about this all the time. Like they showed up as a dog. I think this TCU team is pretty solid, and they're just going to destroy them. TCU minus 5.5, no doubt. Mac, what are you doing?
Yeah, no, Big 12 guy, and I think Mike Miles. It's just a different level of roster compared to what they faced in Nevada. The athleticism, they're playing in the Rockies and Denver out there. I think TCU just runs them out of the gym, puts it on them.
Kramer.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like I said to start, hard fade on Arizona State.
Yep.
Yeah, it does feel like that. Noah, what do you got?
For me, I'm a little bit nervous about TCU playing their first game in altitude this year.
Ooh, good nugget. Good nugget.
I like the Sun Devils because they're coming off of the game that they just blew their load in. I like TCU to beat TCU.
It does feel like
Wait
a
a
letdown
second.
spot.
TCU
Wait
to
a
cover.
second. One of these teams that isn't supposed
It's either
to be
Pitt
here.
or Arizona State.
It's Pitt.
I'm already
Pitt
on Pitt.
or Arizona
I think
State?
Pitt's the team
Yeah, it
that
seems
wins.
like one of those 11-seed plans always goes on a run like that.
Pitt ain't going anywhere.
And
It's
You know
Pitt.
who it was, guys? It was Corpus Christi today.
Yes.
When they covered.
Sure. That's
No,
true.
I can't change. Hard fade.
Yeah,
CJ, what do you got?
Yeah, TCU. I won money line.
All right,
All
let's
right.
go.
there you go.
Kramer, what do we got?
Moving along to Saturday. So we're zooming ahead in the time machine to the second round. These are the matchups we have so far because we're waiting on a couple outcomes that are seemingly done, but we won't have numbers. Maryland, Alabama, 8-1 matchup here. We think this will be the first game of the day in Birmingham, Alabama. South region, minus 6.5 for Alabama. Is that 6.5? 8.5. Minus 8.5 for Alabama. Can't fucking see. Minus 390 on the money line. Plus 320 for the Terrapins. 144.5 is the total. Still don't quite understand what it would be like to root for a turtle. Not very exciting. I'm curious to hear what you have to say here, but unfortunately, Alabama just I don't think they're going to get upset yet. As much as my bracket says they were going to get upset in this round, maybe the next. So my take here is to lay the chalk again. Fade the Big Ten. We got to keep them under that 8.5 win total. What do you guys think? Colby?
No, I think this Maryland team showed a lot of heart today. I mean, the first half, and great job not bringing that up, Mac. Maryland showed a lot of heart. They were down, I think, 13 or 14 points in the first half. I thought the second half they really came out and took advantage of their opportunities and got back in the game and won the game. And really, Kevin Willard's got this team ahead of schedule. I thought this year would be a little bit of regression for them. And they've been surprising, and I think they can hang with. We saw Bama. Were you super impressed with Bama today? I mean, I know it's Corpus Christi, but I didn't come away. super
Brandon
impressed.
Miller didn't. I don't think he had a point in the first half,
Yeah.
which to me is a little bit weird. And I'm with Coley.
And these two teams played a couple of years ago in the tournament, so it's a revenge spot for some of those veterans on Maryland's team. So I like taking the points here with the Terps. I think they can stay within that. I wouldn't even be shocked if they won the game outright.
I guess, yeah. I mean, I'm looking for opportunities to fade them. I don't know if they win outright, but I'm with you. I'm taking Maryland plus 8.5. They flipped a switch at some point in that West Virginia game, and I like the intensity that they brought, and they hung with West Virginia's size and physicality, which I didn't think they could do. Obviously, I locked up West Virginia. One of the only locks I got wrong.
It's going to be a little trickier in this one, though, because the West Virginia crowd was not – there wasn't really a West Virginia
That's
crowd.
true. This is in Birmingham.
The Bama crowd could be an X factor here. I still think – give me the 8.5. Bama wins by 7.
Mac, you're close to the situation. What do you got?
This one hurts to pick. I'm not going to lie. Just coming so recently that Maryland got it done today. They were the better team. They deserved to win one every 50-50 ball. I think the Terps keep it close. I thought it was going to be West Virginia. My guys were going to give Alabama a game. I think Maryland's going to give them a game. They're old, they're experienced, they're physical. And like you said, they showed a lot of heart. They didn't play well in the first half, but they stayed in it and found a way to win. I'll take the points.
And according in the YouTube chat, Bills Mafia DGen92 saying Miller reportedly hurt his groin in the second half. Status TBD. So something to keep an eye on there.
Wow.
Noah, what do you got?
I have nothing really much more to add. I like Kramer's point. That was what I was going to say, is there's going to be a time to fade this Alabama team, but I don't think it's right here in the second round in Birmingham, like Sean said. So I'm taking Alabama here.
I'm just laughing because behind you, Dick Olson is going in and out of the
I don't know.
studio.
Yeah, not really sure what's going on.
There's no cameras behind you, Dick. You don't have you don't have to lurk. I appreciate the lurking, though. CJ, what do you got here?
Yeah.
Maryland plus 8.5? Okay. Oh, sorry. Well, you were there hanging out before, and I thought you were going to scare him, and then you went away. Sorry,
All
I messed up.
We can try again.
I
later.
messed up Dick's bit here.
That's all right.
CJ, it's show's getting wild. It's Vegas. What do you got, CJ?
No, you're right. Alabama looked a little off. Miller got hurt. He wasn't looking to shoot first.
Oh,
Again.
yes.
Not a shoot first guard.
Someone had to say.
He's just helping people shoot.
He does like to drive the lane of the highway, then distribute.
Yeah, likes to follow his shot and box out.
Box in, box out.
Box in.
Maryland +9.
2-6.
And it's not technically a road game for Maryland. Maryland's off on the road. It's kind of a neutral court. So that's kind of what it negated.
It is away from home though.
It is definitely away from home.
Yeah.
Which definitely hurt Iowa.
So everyone's on Maryland but me.
Yep.
No, it's with you.
I'm with you.
I like Alabama, but I have morals.
We were
like
on
I
Duke
said
together
before.
too. We were on Duke together too. Everybody
Roll
else was
Tide.
on Oregon.
Roll Tide.
No, that's
Roll
fine.
Tide.
You're going to burn in hell.
Next up, the 13-5 matchup in Orlando, Florida, in the Midwest region. We got Furman. We got San Diego State. Beautiful, beautiful. I actually picked this whole little area correctly here. And while I was wrong about the Mountain West, I was not wrong about our gals. They played an awful game, and they got by. We got the cover with a little bit of help from the referee, who clearly was in on the action. And call the foul right away, or wait till the game's over. I loved it, but I have San Diego State making the Final Four, as you know, and I'm gonna be accountable for my bracket, which means I'm gonna be accountable for this pick, and I'm gonna lay the 5.5 again.
Yeah, I'm with you. It would say it's 4.5, Ryan, but
right.
I'm with you. I'm taking our gals. Like that defense.
I'm seeing 5.5.
Oh, you are seeing 5.5. All right, we'll adjust it to 5.5. We'll call it a 5.5. I'm not scared of your 5.5. I'm with you. I liked as bad as San Diego State looked, kind of shooting the ball and closing things out. I think they can get this win over Furman. Again, Furman to me won their Super Bowl. They beat Virginia. They were a big dog. I think they're going to be living it up. And the San Diego State team, this is a business trip in Orlando. Give me San Diego State -5.5. Colby.
No, I can't do it.
You're going Furman.
Look, there's a lot of there's
You're a big
plenty,
Furman guy.
There's a plenty
Got a bad
of
rap.
examples. There's plenty of examples of that first round. Remember Loyola Chicago a couple years ago against the Miami Hurricanes. They hit a shot that kind of bounces off of a bunch of different. I'm sorry, that was a 3-pointer. The second one was a buzzer beater. You see this often in March. A team makes a game-winning shot, and then that powers them through the next couple rounds. And I think we might have found our Cinderella earlier today.
Furman.
I think Furman wins on the money line.
Colby's got the glass slipper.
San Diego State's offense, a lot of question marks for me. A lot of question marks for me
Well, you could
today.
argue a Cinderella story covering that 5.5
true.
with those free
That's
throws
true.
at the end. That guy was sweating as if his life was on the line. For as far as 2 meaningless free throw shots, that guy did not look like he was taking meaningless free throw shots. Like he looked like he was pretty nervous.
Yeah.
Considering the game was completely over, regardless of if he hit 1 or 0.
Deep breaths were happening.
Exactly. Mac, what do you got here in this game?
Today was Brian Dutcher's first NCAA tournament win for San Diego State because the one year that they were going to be a 1 seed, the season got canceled.
Yeah.
I think
They won the national championship that year in D-Gen Madness. Some people forget that, but we did crown them the national champions. Anyway.
In our simulated bracket, yes.
I think that today was a big monkey off their back. That senior group, Matt Bradley, Micah Parrish, Kashad Johnson, I think that they're going to put it on Furman, the Cinderella. I'm going to take the Aztecs, lay the points.
I like that.
I realized I hit the dog sound effect, but it was more the dog mentality. Noah, what do you got here?
Yeah, we haven't stated it yet on this episode, but Kramer, what was the trend for the big dog pulling off the win? And then you said
I think
it
has to be
by 6 or more.
Yeah, it's 6 or more.
What are we picking the spread at?
This is 5.5, so it's just under. I think and we'll get to it because I think it applies to Princeton.
Okay.
And maybe even Auburn. Well, no, not Auburn, but Princeton definitely. But
the trend specifically is when a team underperforms or when a team wins outright as a 7-point dog and they're getting 6 or more. It's 11.
So Furman's just
They're
short.
not getting
But
6 or more.
We're towing the line of both.
Mike
Yeah,
Bothwell, 7th-year senior, I feel like.
Either way, I'm going with the Aztecs here. I think that there was a couple of stats that I really liked. The offense had stagnant moments throughout that game, but Furman was down double digits for most of the game against not a very good offense in Virginia. And I think Virginia and San Diego State are very comparable. I like San Diego State here.
Did Virginia win the game, Noah?
Yeah, but I like San Diego State to get it going.
San
Diego State out-rebounded Charleston.
Only Derek Stevens can bully. No.
What is this called?
Show him the hand.
I gotta
lock in camera 2. Show him the hand, Noah.
Yeah.
I gotta report this to HR, Colby, as your supervisor.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna cite that game, Virginia didn't win.
Yeah, but they were trailing for most of it. And
what do
they
I care?
made some dumb decisions down the
A win is a win is a win.
Colby,
right?
In fairness, you had your really I'm pissed off look watching
True.
Virginia defend Furman in the first half.
True, and Furman learned. All right?
I'm just saying. I'm coming to the
Furman
defense of
learned.
I'll
Noah.
sit on this island.
He learned to keep his mouth shut
That's
when
very
the
fine.
recording is going on. And he's talking about some stuff that should be off the record. CJ, what do you got here in San Diego State Furman?
I'm going Furman. I'm fading that Mountain West. Got San Diego State. And I'm also fading Sean Green's philosophy that Furman's going to whoop it up in Orlando after their big Super Bowl win today. I think they're going to be able to focus. There's going to be a time to fade Furman in this tournament.
Oh, I know.
But it will not be.
I like calling Sean out for his bullshit dump the Gatorade.
I just like,
come on. That angle for Furman works.
I just like imagine Furman going crazy in Disney World in Orlando. Like,
come on.
I love it.
You're
A
not.
couple college kids letting them loose. They're going to see the fireworks. They're going to get their
Disney
Mickey
fights.
hats.
All right, fair enough. Switch me back.
They still got alligators at Disney World?
Oh, yeah. They got those kids.
And humidity, so be careful for that. Des Moines, Iowa, for the next game in the West region between the 8 seed Arkansas and the 1 seed. Wait, it's Arkansas versus Kansas?
Yeah.
The 1 seed Kansas is laying 4, minus 190 on the money line, plus 160 for Arkansas.
Arkansas versus your Kansas.
145.5 is the total. As Sean shuffles through his tickets,
Got a lot of winners here.
let's go to Moneyline Mac first.
No.
Obviously,
What do you got, Ryan?
This number's short, -4. Again, gut reaction here. We discussed. I think I forget who I was. I think CJ and I were talking about this. Every time Arkansas dribbles the ball down the court, they don't have a plan.
No.
Chaos.
They don't have a plan.
I think that game was more about how bad Illinois is than how good Arkansas was.
Well, no, yeah, exactly. But now we get a chance to get a discounted number on Kansas.
Yeah.
I've been trying to dig the exact number, but I know it's a fairly strong trend, certainly greater than like 55%. But these second games for these top seeds.
And I thought Howard kind of played their ass off, and Kansas still covered the 22 pretty easily.
Sure,
I'm all on Kansas here laying 4.
Right.
That feels pretty short. I'm with you. Dantabase, what do you got?
Courtney Love is in the building here.
Oh, stinky.
Yes.
This line doesn't make sense. Also, Eric Musselman, the last 3 NCAA tournaments I think he's been in, he's going to the Sweet 16 or better.
Elite A.
Yeah, well,
the last 2.
Nevada Sweet 16 when they got beat by Loyola. But I'm taking Kansas.
We were
I'm sorry. I'm taking Arkansas. I think
wow.
the line doesn't make sense to me. Give me Arkansas.
We were so smart to remove Bill Self from the commandments, knowing he was not going to coach and not affect his team to lose early.
Well, that's another thing. Like, are you at all concerned about that? Because
No.
Kansas did not look great to me today.
They started shaky
I thought
because they were
kinda-
playing Howard, and then they woke
I
up.
thought
Yeah.
I thought Howard kind of played good, and then Kansas remembered
Yeah,
in the second half
but
they're
you-
Kansas and destroyed them.
Fair, but at the same time, I feel like Howard playing that good left me with concern for taking Kansas, especially if Bill Self can't go. And also, I think that's a distraction. Arkansas covers,
all right.
sprinkles some on the money line.
I'm noticing a trend with my picks. A lot of chalk, or at least a lot of favorites.
Surprise!
A lot of favorites.
Breaking news: UCLA covered.
Son of a bitch!
Add it-
My
add it-
parlay's done.
Add it to the pile.
Ash.
All right.
Pile of winners. Mac, what do you got?
Oh, this is Kansas, man. I think that everybody's going to overreact because Kansas
Yes.
didn't look that good today.
Mac's smart.
It's Big 12. Get
We gotta hire more
this
smart
is,
guys.
This is the real Kansas, not that Arkansas bullshit. Get that SEC out of here. Kansas gets it done. I think Bill Self actually might coach on Saturday. And
no.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They're going to cover either way.
Just realizing I was 12-4 on the Thursday picks.
Sean, we're talking
11 and-
Sean.
breaking news.
That's not on the outline.
11-4 on the Thursday picks, 3-1 on the playing games. I'm not here to tout. Hey, Noah, what do you got? What do you got on this game, Kansas?
Yeah, during this game, Kramer and I were talking about it because Kansas was allowing Howard to play with them, and the first half under got destroyed. Well, we were talking. This is totally a live bet second half Kansas play because you get that Bill Self FaceTime and it rallies the guys up.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I thought they played pretty well in that second half, and I'm going to be on the Jayhawks Rock Chalk.
Rock chalk. I like it. Now, CJ, you are the contrarian very oftentimes. You were on. What were your contrarian plays? I think you were celebrating Missouri, dancing on our Boise State graves.
I was on Mizzou, dancing on your graves, but that karma got me because I was on Charleston when you guys all hit your San Diego State miracle.
That was a
things.
fun.
Yeah.
I completely. I'm sorry, I forgot. Ryan has been snorkeling this entire time, not taking one dog, going completely chalky.
Yes.
CJ, what do you got?
Rock chalk,
I'll
baby.
say I don't think Kansas looked bad. I think it was a questionable decision by Howard to try to run with them or outrun
Yes,
Kansas.
not the
What are
best
you-
strategy.
Yeah, what are you guys doing? They want to run, but they don't know how to. Yeah, like we were saying with Arkansas, like they're athletic chaos. They're athletes, but they just throw the ball up. They're just like bouncing. I mean, and so I think in a game where they are the dog, I kind of like Kobe said, give me the candy with our
And
Kansas.
the line should be like 8. I don't
Yeah,
understand
right.
why it's 4.
So give me the candy with 4. Good with Arkansas. I think, and I also think Kansas is a questionable 1 seed.
Check out that razor blade and that candy. Watch out. Beware.
Sorry.
Kramer, you're snorkeling over there.
Swallowed a little water.
Will you take one dog and take Princeton against Missouri
Well, Princeton does qualify
for the system
for the system.
to fade?
But I feel
A la Missouri.
Here's my problem. I was on
Besides the snorkel.
I was on Missouri all year.
Yeah.
And I was happy. I was excited to make money on Missouri. And then this happened. And what did we say about the Princeton-Arizona game? They didn't get lucky.
They run the Princeton
They
offense.
dominated.
They didn't get lucky.
They played really well.
They should have
So-
won by double digits.
Does this not at all resemble another small private school in New Jersey?
Talking about St. Peter's?
This feels a little bit less fluky. These guys outside are wondering what the fuck I'm doing with a snorkel mask. Well, I'm picking winners. You know what? I'm going to go against the trend. I'll ride Princeton again because I don't think it didn't feel there was nothing fluky about that victory. I think with Furman, you probably if you simulate that game a couple more times, I think UVA takes it home. I think with that Princeton game, like Arizona was tight the whole time, and I think when you look at this matchup, Missouri played good. They're probably feeling good, but this is a team that is on the fade list for a reason. They struggle to play defense at times. So I'll stick with the Tigers. Coach O,
Both are Tigers, buddy.
I'm taking.
that's
Yeah, you
that's a tout
confused
move.
me.
That was the bit.
So the clip. Thank you, CJ.
You're welcome.
Princeton plus 6.5.
I'm on Missouri. I like the 7-point dog winning outright, and then you're a 6.5 or 6-point dog and more because it makes sense. Like you don't have back-to-back miracles. And Ryan, you made my point for me. You said how you wanted to be on Missouri and you wanted them to go on a run.
Yeah.
I can't
get on now.
I don't think it's too late to get on the
No,
Missouri
it's too late.
train.
It's too late.
It's
too
not
late.
too late for Missouri. Give me Missouri laying the 6.5, Colby.
I'm with you, Green. I mean, Kobe Brown, Demoy Hodge were fired today. I think they present matchup problems for Princeton. DeAndre Golston is also another guy that can make big shots down the stretch, I feel like, of a game. And it's a great story for Princeton here, but this is where it ends. Dennis Gates is taking Missouri deep. I'm buying in. I apologize. I apologize to my clients.
If you can change,
for fading the Missouri Tigers, who I've been kind of bullish on all year.
and
right?
I can change.
I know Ryan does his little shtick over there. All right,
We can all change.
we can all change. Missouri takes it down.
Yes.
Mac, what do you got?
I am on the private school pussies again. I like them here. This is a hard offense to simulate in
That's
less
a good
than 48 hours of prep. They run that Princeton offense with all those back cuts, all the chemistry.
It's like the triple option.
It's a triple option, little veer action.
Who's snorkeling now, Colby?
You know what's hard to do in 24 hours? Match up for great athleticism again. Because
yes.
I disagree with my friend Snorkeler Kramer over here. I think if Arizona plays Princeton again, they probably win by 30.
I don't know, man. Arizona looked like acid.
I know, but they
And-
would make adjustments.
And Missouri played in Ivy School League the second game of the year, barely got by Penn.
That was
Oh.
Dennis Gates' second game. They didn't know the system.
Princeton, they're on the
Very
big stage,
relevant.
baby. Let's go.
Sean, take
Tigers,
control.
Princeton.
Take control.
Noah,
Colby's arguing.
what do you got?
I'm going back and forth.
We got to
on this.
eat soon.
I'm
so.
going back and forth on this game because I want to jump on Missouri like I originally went against, but Mac's making some good points. And Colby, in 24 hours, you can't grow 4 inches. The tallest guy in Princeton is Tosan Ebwoman, and he put up 15 against Omar Ballo and Azulis Tabelis in Arizona.
Yes.
So give me Princeton.
That won't
Nice
happen.
pick,
That
Noah.
won't happen.
Grow 4 inches and
no.
take that.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, no, of course.
You want to grow 4 inches?
We have a solution if you're looking to grow 4 inches, Noah, and it of course is fucking
What's going on, Sean?
Sword Vitality.
Yes,
I got
there it is.
multiple
Always
pages of
plugging.
sound effect. CJ was on it. CJ, what do you got?
First of all, I don't think Princeton did look. That Princeton offense was terrible. They scored like 58 points. I think like Arizona was so bad. That's what they didn't score like in an hour full of regular time. But I do love Kramer not learning his Missouri lesson and going to the well twice and fading them again.
I'm being stubborn.
And I want to give a shout out to Colby. And me, I also had Arizona winning the tournament in our brackets, but not once did we root for Arizona to win that game.
True. Very true.
Because no one likes anyone who
Heroes.
roots for someone in their brackets. There was a couple of bros rooting for Arizona in their brackets. I got in my brackets. Yeah, Princeton has Arizona in their brackets. Who cares? Who cares? Let's enjoy the madness.
Yeah, we were going for Princeton.
Anyway, I'm taking Mizzou to bury Princeton.
Oh boy.
Well, and of course, that subscribe button, youtube.com/sportsgaming podcast. Perfect transition to our next game. We got 2 left. Kramer, what do you got?
All right, we got Auburn, the 9 seed, Houston, the 1 seed. Again, this is being played where? Birmingham. Doesn't seem right. Laying 8 points for Houston, which, by the way, Sasser played. He re-injured the groin. Houston, complete buffoon move.
Yeah, why did they do that?
-8, -390, +310 for Auburn. Jungle back on wheels, 135.5 is the total. Man, this is tough. I mean, we called why they wouldn't cover against Northern Kentucky. And now it seems like there's another reasonable justification as to why they might not cover against Bruce Pearl. The problem for me is I think this Auburn team, I think we have to throw out what happened. We talked so much about how bad Iowa was on the road and how this was going to be home atmosphere. I do think that Houston clamps down. I did plan on coming to the show, taking all the 1 seeds, or at least this for the Saturday games. And I just think, again, we're going to lay Houston. I think they're going to come in focused. They're going to know Sasser won't be with them, and they're going to be prepared for it. And I think we're going to see a massive effort from the defense. Matt, you want to go, Sean?
Yeah, no, I mean, I just like what I've seen out of this Auburn team, and I don't know, like I had Auburn, I think going to the Final Four, maybe making it to the championship.
No, you did not have him in the Final Four because
no, I did.
Auburn.
Yeah, let me pull out my bracket real quick.
And actually, I'm seeing.
It's not the bracket that I saw yesterday.
No, it is the same bracket. I have one bracket.
What?
And any adjustments I've made.
We got multiple bracket problem down here?
He gave you the fake bracket.
He gave you the
so
fake.
you put Arizona
this is
as
the
your
same
champion.
exact bracket. I had
Yes, your
Houston,
Final Four is Creighton.
Michigan State, Houston, and UCLA.
Yeah,
I had UCLA beating Houston.
You said
What happened to
Auburn.
Auburn?
you said Auburn.
When did I say? No.
you meant
The
Houston.
last,
Sorry.
Just now.
I missed.
Literally
When
just.
did I say that? The last 4 minutes.
I've been drinking for 14 hours. I started drinking at 9 a.m.
I love it.
He's like Matt Foley in the Saturday Night Live skit. He's been downstairs in the basement drinking coffee for the past 8 hours.
Quick
So
update.
I had Houston in my Final Four, but
Houston.
I'm nervous about this Houston team.
That makes sense.
And
Okay.
I'm taking Auburn. I'm
It's,
taking Auburn. I think the Strasser injury is real, and again, I wasn't super impressed by them. And this Auburn team has a chip on their shoulder.
It's a 7-point spread too.
And I'm
misspoke.
taking Auburn +7.
Go.
Mac.
Yeah, I struggle with this one because we don't know about Sasser if he's going to play or not. But I think Houston bounces back. They got their scare out of the way. Auburn's been fool's gold all year, and this will be a doubleheader with Alabama, so you'll get all the Alabama fans in there that will root against Auburn.
That's a good point.
So I don't think it's a complete home game for Auburn.
You know what this take is, right?
Uh-oh.
What's this?
This is Big 12 next year
Oh,
talk
yeah.
because
Yeah.
Houston joining the Big 12.
Yeah.
Right,
more
getting
big-
it started
We
now.
already
Getting
saw
it
the
started
Big 12
now.
SEC challenge this year.
So who are you
SEC
on? Colby.
Me, I'm going to take the Auburn Tigers at Birmingham. Shit, this crowd's going to be lit. You're telling me Sasser's not playing? I'm taking the points.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go, Noah.
I'm retweeting everything Colby said, and I'm even. Hey, Mac, what's the Big 12's record and what team lost?
What's their record? They're
Oh,
2-1.
You're
And
talking
what
shit?
team lost?
West Virginia lost. They're gonna go 6-1. Yes, we lost. And I'm not one of those guys that just bitches about the referees. That take it on the chin like a man.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like that.
Eat shit, Pitt.
There
Eat
you
shit.
go.
I'm not going anywhere.
Eat shit, Pitt, indeed. Although I do like Pitt on the money line or plus 4.5.
Sure.
CJ, what do you got?
I gotta agree with Moneyline Mac. I like Houston having a scare. I like one seed to come off a bad outing of that early start. They get that out of the way, then they kind of bounce back and roll. That's why I kind of like fading ones that like Kansas who had an easy ride, you know. And also like Bruce Pearl's a snitch. First of all, we all know that. That's how he got fired. They beat Iowa, like we said. Who's a bunch of Jimmy Chitwoods at home and a bunch of Ollies on the road, if you will.
Kelvin Sampson's never been fired for NCAA infractions.
Yeah, but he's not a snitch. Bruce Pearl snitches on other coaches.
A game of integrity on Saturday.
Listen, they're all scumbags. That's fine, but don't snitch on each other. There's a code.
All right.
Last game, Kramer.
Well, we actually have spreads for a couple more. So rapid fire. Duke, Tennessee, the 4-5 matchup. Again, this is a
Oh, you're killing me.
Duke looked good. Duke minus 2.5, minus 165 on the money line, plus 135 for Tennessee.
That's a lot.
135 and a
This is a
half.
fucking lock.
Rick Barnes, autoplay. Honestly, Duke looks.
Bet this now. This is going to skyrocket.
I'm mad at Jay Billis. I'm mad at Jay Billis for talking me off having Duke go a little deeper in my bracket, but that's all right. I'm laying the points. What are you doing, Mac?
Man, does this line not reek? I thought Duke would open up more just because of how good they
really?
looked in Tennessee.
Well, Tennessee's the higher seed, though.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody.
Who cares?
In America's
Tennessee
on
sucks.
Duke.
Fade Rick Barnes.
I'm all over
They
Duke.
barely beat Louisiana.
I'll
I'm
take
on
Tennessee.
You taking
Oh.
I'll
Tennessee?
take Tennessee. Let's go, Rick Barnes.
No.
ACC hater. I'm telling you, he's not coming to the realization that Duke is really fucking
Duke
good
is all
right
right. They're not good yet. They're all right.
Oh my God! Stop.
Colby?
They can finish seventh
You're
in
on
the
Duke
Big
easy.
12.
All right.
Hammer Duke right now.
Noah?
I have Duke plus 650 to make the Final Four. I'm
Oh,
not going to
let's-
fade them right now.
Let's go.
And Tennessee was the whole angle. They get Tennessee, the Vols, fade Rick Barnes in the second round, hammer Duke.
Show sweep, CJ?
Everything is
not
going
Mac.
Noah's way.
Contrarian.
Yeah, I'm going Duke, of course.
Oh.
Shout out. I did like when you called when you asked Jay Billis if he was ecstatic that North Carolina lost to get into the tournament. That must have made you feel great, right? Yeah. Let me just tell all my ESPN followers that I'm biased.
Yeah, I mean, what a
More like Jay Bias.
Yeah, Jay Bias.
horrible
Yes.
take. All right, moving along to Sean's Penn State Nittany Lions, the 10 seed. They did advance over Buzz Williams. Unfortunately, rest in peace, Buzz. I think it sounds more like the saw blade.
So
just
I
broke.
did a great impression where because the buzzsaw can't get going.
Two seed.
I told you they were going to outshoot him. I told you. I told Hoops.
Yeah.
I
I
tried
was
to
shocked.
tell Jay Billis.
I thought
Nobody would listen to
Get
me.
that
They-
on the soundboard, the stalled
I
buzzsaw.
thought-
That's amazing.
I thought Penn State could have won the game, but I didn't think they would win in the fashion
Well,
they
yes.
did.
They're taking.
I
on the-
told you they're shooting the lights out. Give me the 6. Give me the money line.
I
Horns
didn't-
down, Texas.
Well, Sean, I didn't say any of that stuff yet. So Penn State, the 10
was
seed,
jumping
taking
the
on
gun.
Texas, the 2 seed, laying 6,
good,
minus
good podcast.
minus 245 on the money line. Penn State plus 205, 149 and a half.
Wow.
140 and a half is the total. Before we came on live, as we were talking about the show length, Sean reminded me to make sure I stay quick on the notes. Meanwhile, he's over here doing a 5-minute soliloquy on Penn State.
No, I did my segment even before you added these extra games, which we didn't need to get to.
Meanwhile, I think Naked and Afraid has just come on.
Yeah,
the
there was
TV,
a
so
hot chick that was naked.
All right,
What's that, the Jerry Sandusky story?
I'll let you go first. Sean's obviously taking Penn State. Colby, where are we at with this one?
This one's tricky because Penn State's making me look
Yeah,
like
if you're
a
an
fool
idiot.
lately. But Texas has been really good. But I got to go Texas. I think they're a better team. But, man, Penn State's on fire right now. But I'm laying the points with Texas. I think Texas.
You got to take the better team
Yeah.
in Camley. No way there's an upset in March. Great analysis.
No,
Mac.
I think Texas is playing for their coach. They didn't extend him. All right, they have a
Sure,
reason.
I like that angle.
And Micah Shrewsbury, the
Matthew
Penn,
McConaughey's going to be there.
Penn State's coach, Micah Shrewsbury, has been rumored to be Georgetown's next.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I mean, not to jump Mac, but I'm also on Texas here. Horns up. I faded. Yeah, horns up. Horns up. They look
Keep
good.
fading them. Keep fading them. Mac, what do you got?
Yeah, Big 12 here. They got the guys that
Keep
can match
fading
up with Jalen
Keep fading
Pickett.
them.
They got multiple athletes. They're so long and athletic. I mean, I like Texas big here. I think the Penn State angle finally comes to an end.
Texas on that sword vitality. Noah, what do you got?
I've got nothing more to add. Hook 'em.
Horns up. Boo.
Ooh.
CJ, you're reasonable, man. You like Penn State plus
Penn
6.
State just confuses me, so I'm going to take them. Plus
There
6.
you go.
We are.
Penn State. Last
yeah.
game, Kramer. What do we got?
7 seed Northwestern, 2 seed UCLA, -8 for UCLA. I mean, Northwestern surprised me a little bit. They played well. Makes me want to fade them. Give me the points. Or lay the points.
This is a lock of all locks. How is this only 8? I mean,
UCLA.
UCLA is the buzzsaw. Again, I identified the buzzsaw, and whatever injuries they were dealing with didn't stop them from just a massive blowout. They're a veteran team that knows how to dominate in the tournament. Give me UCLA -8. This is a crazy low spread.
I'm taking Northwestern. Private school pussies were impressive today. They never really, panicked when Boise made runs. I think that was just more about Boise not showing up for the moment and us being comically higher than we should be on the Mountain West. But still, 8 points is a lot. Northwestern's been pretty good this year. I think the Wildcats cover the 8. UCLA still may win, but I think it's a game. I think it's going to be a game. Mac, what are you doing?
I'm with you, Colby. I actually think this game comes down to the wire. Those senior guards for Northwestern keep this thing close. I think UCLA barely survives. I'll take the points.
Noah?
I'm taking the points, too, in the future Big Ten matchup. The 2 senior guards, like Mac mentioned, Boo Buie, 22 points, Chase Audige, 20 points against a really good Boise State Broncos defense. Give me a Northwestern.
CJ.
Fade the Julia Louis-Dreyfuses. Give
Yes,
me
exactly.
UCLA, lay the wood. Absolutely.
Come on.
This is going to be a beatdown.
You going with the Tim Robbins? You going with fucking Tim Robbins and Susan
Bill,
Sarandon?
you got to go.
Give me,
Go to fighting Bill Waltons.
give me the entourages.
All right, let's do it. Let's give out one lock and one dog. Kramer, you start. What do you got?
Lock Kansas, dog, Princeton. Go. And if someone has a sense of humor, please get Coach O to the game and give him a Princeton T-shirt or something.
Oh, yeah, we Tigers. For me, the lock, UCLA -8, and the dog, Penn State on the money line. This Texas team ain't shit. Horns down. Colby, what do you got?
I'm locking up the TCU Horned Frogs -5.5 on Friday.
Okay.
I'll even give you a bonus lock for Saturday if you want, and that will be, well, first off, I'll give you my dog, Furman, +5.5. No, on the money line, yes, Furman gets it done, and then bonus lock for Saturday, I'll take Duke -2.5 against Rick Barnes.
You're confusing the courtroom reporter. Maybe.
Rick Barnes.
Yeah.
Why are you guys not all locking this up?
Because I figured someone else would, and I wanted to make that pick available for them. Mac?
This is a Team Ryan locking dog because I'm locking up the Jayhawks to get it done over Arkansas and Princeton on the money line +240.
Yes.
Team Ryan, let's go.
I love it.
Noah?
I'm locking up Duke -3, and I'm a little bit afraid of what's going on with Houston right now. Auburn basically playing at home. Give me the Tigers +220.
Ooh, that is a dog I like as well.
That is sneaky.
They were the other one I liked. CJ, what do you got? Lock and a money line dog.
I'll lock up Duke again as well, and I will moneyline Furman. Partying it up in Orlando. That just works in her favor, I think.
Orlando.
They're partying. They're ordering the Bloomin' Onion tonight, guys.
Are they the Furman Paladins?
Yes, they are.
They'll be casting some spells at the Magic Castle
Yeah.
in Disneyland.
Mickey Ears and Goofy Jail.
Smash that subscribe button, youtube.com/Sports Gambling Podcast. Subscribe to the Sports Gambling Podcast. Subscribe to the College Basketball Experience. Subscribe to Bottom Line Bombs. The easiest way, download the SGPN app. We got the contest going. So many ways to win some free cash. Thank you, as always.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green, and he is Ryan.
What if I told you a sea dragon crawled out of the sea and killed a bunch of oil workers? Shut up, baby.
Let it ride. Still 11 minutes.